Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Q&A. We've taken all of the questions you guys asked in the August Q&A and brought them to you here for the September Q&A. Also, thought it was worth mentioning that you guys are getting this Q&A in September. Huh? We're catching up? Huh? It's pretty good. Anyway, let's take a look at your questions. The first question is from MajorKerina, and they ask, which of your friends has the biggest or most creative potty mouth? Who do you think?
I think Haley can be pretty creative.
I think it's probably Haley. It's if I'm real honest, it's probably Haley. Like, Alex would be a good runner-up.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say Alex isn't creative, but he's not. He's not. I mean, he's just bare bones, dry. I'm gonna say it like they did in the 40s. And he's also, I don't want to say he's sparing, but like he knows. He knows how to swear, I guess is a good way of putting it. Like, he doesn't swear unnecessarily so.
Yeah.
And sometimes Haley can really boom, 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 boom. And hers are a lot more creative than Alex's, I think. Anyway, next question is from Jorge, Medina, Franco. And they ask, you played Mother 3 at launch. Did you know Japanese at the time? And you actually didn't play it at launch.
I played it summer 2007.
So you played it a while later.
Yes.
I actually knew Mother 3 was coming out because it was all over Starman.net, and I had pre-ordered that box set, which actually came with a Game Boy Micro, and it's really cool. I still have it at my parents' house. And whenever I played it, I did not know Japanese, but a lot of the game, and it's hard to explain unless you've played Mother 3, but a lot of the game, like the animation in the game is so well done that you kind of get what's going on.
Yeah.
It actually, you can kind of understand a lot of the main story elements just by the places you go and the animations that the characters do and the way they react to each other.
And even the items have little pictures, so that helps
so much. And also, like, if I'm not mistaken, they still use the numerals, like the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, so if it says, if there's like a recovery item, it might say like 50. And then you'll know that, that does 50 health or whatever. So that combined with the fact that there are little images for the items makes battling a lot easier. And over time you figure out what is what. So, but
I had taken Japanese for 1 year in high school, and so I could read, but I didn't understand every word. I remember this really great moment when I was fighting some group of bugs, and I was like, oh, this sucks. And I'm looking through my items, and I'm reading one of them, and I was like, wait, that says Mushi, which is bug. And I was like, that must be bug spray, because it's a little spray bottle. And I was like, I can do this.
I mean, I was following a bare bones walkthrough to kind of get me through the game.
That's what I used to.
And it was very bare bones, but I mean, it wasn't too much longer and we got the translation, so I guess it all worked out. But yeah, I liked it, and I played through it twice in Japanese, so it was a good game. Tyler Barth asks, in the past you've asked your audience to help vote for different challenges, like helping Rocko win a cutest pet contest or voting your mother's workplace as best spa. Do you feel it's unfair to the other participants who don't have the same following as you? No. The reason I don't is because all of these different contests are essentially social media contests.
Popularity.
When it comes right down to it, that's all they are. It has nothing to do with if your pet is actually the cutest pet, or if the spa is actually the cutest spa, or if the restaurant actually has the best burger. Like, it makes no difference. And if I was not in the equation, like, I feel fortunate that I have a large audience to help influence those things, but if I wasn't there, it would just be whoever has the most Facebook friends. I mean, that's...
Go vote for them.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the exact same thing on a smaller scale.
Because people who are voting for stuff like that aren't going to be like, oh, well, this is the cutest pet. They're like, oh, you know, my Aunt Susie has a picture of her dog. I need to go vote for Susie's dog.
Susie posted on Facebook, everyone vote for my dog, and then everyone clicks the link and does it. We can just do that on a much larger scale. So, I mean, if they really wanted to know the best burger in Myrtle Beach,
they would have a panel.
They would have a judge panel. You know, they would have people come in and actually taste it, and there would be, you know, 3 people that decided it based on all Myrtle Beach. They wouldn't ask, hey, everyone on the internet, vote for, you know, this stuff in Myrtle Beach. So yeah, I don't feel like it's bad or unfair at all. I just feel very fortunate that we have the power to sway the votes, especially because in the case of Jarrett, we've had you guys help with Jarrett becoming the best photographer in Myrtle Beach, and that has changed everything for him. Like, to be able to see that is amazing, because what's happened now is he's getting business because he is the best photographer in Myrtle Beach. He has that title for 2 years running now, and we actually just spoke today, and he said that next year, hopefully early next year, he should be able to quit his day job and do full-time photography. And people are excited about the stuff that he produces. It's not like he just has this title. He's a good photographer. He just needed your...
if it wasn't true.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. If someone had asked, like, how do we know it's the best burger in Myrtle Beach? It's like, well, you don't. But I've tried a lot of the burgers, and I really liked it, so, you know, let's push this thing through. So, yeah. I don't know. It's everyone's going to feel differently about it, but personally, I mean, I don't feel it's unfair. The next question is from David Brodock, or Brodock. If a viewer visits Myrtle Beach, can they take you both out to lunch? This is something we used to do. This is something we did a lot in Columbia, and it's something that we've done a little of in Myrtle Beach, but we're just putting it out there now. We do not officially do that anymore. And it's not that we don't want to, it's that the requests for it have ramped up a lot, and our workload has ramped up a lot. It used to be that, you know, in Columbia, I think we were asked like 3 times maybe over the course of 3 or 4 over the course of a year to do it, and we're like, yeah, okay. But in the summer, like this past summer, just a few months ago, I must have had like 15 or 20 requests to...
I'd say weekly.
Not 15 or 20 weekly, but 15 or 20 over the course of the summer.
About 1 a week.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that wanted to meet up, and it was not something that we could do. 1, because we had a bunch of stuff to do, but 2, we weren't even here. I mean, we were traveling the U.S., so it's not something that we are officially saying that we do anymore. If we meet up with someone, it's just because we know them, or we have past history with them, or something like that. So it's nothing against you guys. It's just not something that we will probably do, just so you're aware for the future. Anyway, Skyjumper asks, and we actually just talked about this on a recent vlog, they said, what League of Legends champions do you play? And I just did a vlog on this, so people know that I play Vi and Warwick. Who do you play?
I've been playing Annie and Nami for a while, but I got a Misfortune skin at PAX, and I really like Misfortune.
Yeah.
I've done really good with ADC with that.
I like Misfortune too.
Why don't you talk about what you've been doing recently with Vi? Because normally you top lane Vi.
Yes, actually, this is a big change for me. Vi is a jungler. I mean, at least that's the way most people play her, but I have never, ever used Vi as a jungler. In fact, I've never jungled, period. And it was last Saturday that we played League, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to actually try jungling, because we've been playing League for like, probably going on 2 years?
I have no
1 year, 2 year, I don't know. And I've never jungled at all, and I was like, I want to try this out. So Austin
had to walk you through how to do it.
Yeah, Austin and Jeremy play a lot more than we do, and he had to walk me through about, you know, who to kill, when to kill, you know, how to move through, and it's a lot of work, but it's fun because you actually get to be in a lot of different fights, and at the same time not as many fights. Yeah. Like, you're kind of doing your own thing, but then you get to gank people and just show up out of nowhere and be like, what's up? There's more people in this lane than you thought, and then you wreck them, and then you go back to what you're doing. So it's really fun, and it actually made me enjoy Vi even more, because up to this point I've just played her top lane, and it's a lot more fun in the jungle. So I think I'll be doing a lot more of that in the future. But you said Nami, but really you play Annie.
Yeah, I do Nami as support sometimes just because I was getting sick of Annie, but I really like doing ADC.
Yeah.
With Misfortune.
But as a general rule, our default champions, I'm Vi, Mal's Annie. Mm-hmm. Haley plays Anivia, the Articuno.
Yeah.
And Thomas is Teemo. Thomas is only Teemo. He will never play another character. He only plays Teemo.
And he just got the spacesuit skin, so he's
he's astronaut Teemo. And he has little satellites as his mushrooms. It's really cute. Anyway, Magin Mangubat? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Sailor Moon Crystal?
Awesome.
This is directed at you because I have not seen it.
It's good.
Isn't it just a remake of Sailor Moon?
Yeah, sort of like how they did Dragon Ball Z.
Kai. Yeah.
Kai.
Yeah.
I heard Kai. It's like that. But the animation style looks a lot different. They're like really skinny fingers and long legs instead of...
I mean, I have watched your screen a little bit when you were watching some of it, and it doesn't seem all that different from the original. Why did they redo it if it looks so similar?
Well, they cut out a bunch.
They didn't redo it from scratch, did they? Or did they?
Yeah, they did.
Is it in widescreen?
I think so.
I thought it was not in widescreen, but I don't...
You maybe... Because I've been watching... On Mondays, Hulu releases the old stuff. And then every like the first and third Saturday, they do a Crystal episode. So I've been watching the old stuff alongside to see how it's compared. So you may be thinking of that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Crystal looks a lot different.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I've been watching normal Sailor Moon. I was like, this looks like what I watched Toonami in the 90s.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. But it's the same story and everything.
Yes, they just cut out a bunch of like the Usagi Wants to Be a Bride episode.
Oh, so they basically cut out the Piccolo learning to drive stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is Kai. Mm-hmm. It's a Sailor Moon Kai. That's nice to know. Midnight and Beyond asks, now that you've finished Mother, do you think you would have portrayed Ninten differently in Lloyd's Are Not Christmas? Would the project have changed at all? I don't know if I would have portrayed him differently. The project definitely would have been different because I think
there wouldn't have been a lot of stalling.
I think most of the fun from Lloyd's Are Not Christmas is the fact that I have no idea what's happening. I'm being fed keywords into a chat, and I'm trying to make those fit into some kind of coherent story in my own head. So like all the other people that are a part of the show know what's supposed to happen, and the protagonist does not. And the protagonist is like, baby? We talk to baby? So it would have been completely different. I'm really glad that I did it in the order I did it because I don't know if I would have changed Ninten though, because a lot of people really liked Ness for the fact that he was a little spacey, a little out there, a little excitable, and we basically took that character and just pushed it to the floor with Ninten, because Ninten is basically Ness times 10. So I don't know. I'm kind of glad that we did it that way. I think it would have been. It would have been really weird or different or not as enjoyable if Ninten would have been in any way more a coherent character. It's much more fun whenever his lines are, I'm wandering around aimlessly, because I have no idea why we're not moving on with the story.
Because you don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm just, they're like, I'm waiting on them to feed me lines. Anyway, alright. Okay, so icymollyslid asks, what side of the bed do you sleep on, and in what position do you sleep? Just wanted to clarify.
I'm on the right side of the bed.
Yeah, if you're looking
from the foot.
If this is the bed and these are the pillows at the top. Oh wait, this is backwards.
If you're standing at the foot of the bed, looking at the bed, okay, I'm on the right, so, Steven's on the left.
Yeah. So, wait, no, it's not backwards. This is right. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not backwards for me. Like if I just do this, this is the bed. These are the pillows. Mouse on. No, wait. It is the right. It is backwards. Mouse on this side, which is the right side. And I'm on the left side.
Yeah.
That was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. But only when we're here.
Well, we switch, like in hotels, based on how the layout is.
Really?
Yes.
I just thought we switched in general.
You tend to be on the side closest to, like, when there's double beds, towards, like, the middle part between the double beds, and I tend to go closer to the wall.
I thought we just switched from whatever this was. I didn't know that.
No, we don't always switch. Sometimes we're still on the other side.
Apparently there's an entire system that Mao has figured out and developed, and I'm not even in on it. I had no idea that there was this much that... Okay, well... as far as what position we sleep in, I almost always sleep on my stomach. I sleep on my stomach with my hands under the pillow with my head rested on it.
And poke me in the face with your elbow.
I have very long arms, I'm sorry. And I like to sleep on my side. I never sleep on my back, although I did in college. It's a weird thing. I know why.
I've always slept on my side.
Always? Forever? When I was in all growing up, I slept on my side, and then whenever I was in high school, I noticed that when I slept on my side, I would get breakouts on my face. Because like you have if your face is like laying up against a pillow, you have bacteria that accumulates in the night, and you'd get breakouts on your face. So when I went into college, I slept exclusively on my back the entirety of college. I actually learned to sleep like a coffin up until like senior year or something like that. And that's whenever I stopped caring so much and was like, this is really weird and uncomfortable. I'm going to go back to sleeping on my side. But now I sleep on my stomach, which I never used to do. I never used to be able to even do that, and now I feel like I can't sleep unless I'm sleeping on my stomach. It's weird how people change. HiLeonardo asks, as the vlogs have progressed, have you started planning what the vlog titles will be, or are they still mostly spontaneous?
Both?
It's both, and it always really has been both. A quick, easy way to tell is if anyone but me makes the vlog title, like if that's what the vlog title is, then it's 100% not planned, because I don't like...
You can't feed people lines.
Yeah, I'm not like, hey, make sure you say this in the next sentence and roll. Like, I've never done that.
But Thomas writes.
But Thomas writes all of the vlog scripts. So if anyone else says it, it's definitely not planned. Sometimes whenever I do them, if I'm trying to force a title, I will, just because... it's easier if the title makes sense in relation to what the vlog is about, so people that see the title understand what it's about. Because as funny as it is to make a vlog title like derp derp carrot butts derp da doop doop, like that doesn't explain to someone looking through a list of vlogs what that vlog is about. Whereas
maybe it would be about like the iPhone and it's like carrots.
Whereas if I, title it, E3 2014, then people are like, okay, it's E3 2014. So it's kind of half and half. Like sometimes it's just random things I say, but then other times if the vlog is about a central subject, I do try to get it in there. And it's kind of been like that since like day 200 or something. At the very beginning, that wasn't something I was consciously thinking about, but around that point, after I'd been doing it a while, it was like, okay, well, if we're going to be discussing this one thing, I'm going to try and get words that make sense as a title into the video somehow. But occasionally we do like a really wacky title or something like that. They're still fun. Yeah. It throws all the viewers for a loop, but we do it occasionally. And the last question is from Cody Wilkins. Do you believe in aliens? And that's being asked because last month we got asked if we believed in ghosts, and we said no. So that actually brought up a bunch of other people like, well, do you believe in cryptids? There's someone that's been asking, if we believed in Bigfoot for a long time. And now someone's asking if we believe in aliens.
I think aliens are plausible.
Well, aliens make sense.
Because space is so big.
Space is gigantic. Whenever people ask if you believe in aliens, it's usually about... it's usually about sudden cough sneezes. Whenever people ask you about aliens, they're usually asking if we've ever been visited, to which I would say no. No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
No.
But I don't think it's like a Area 51 thing.
No.
I think if aliens were to visit, they'd be smart enough not to be like, here we are. I don't think anyone would know about them if they visited.
I don't think we've ever been visited. Ever. Now, do I think the aliens are out there? Absolutely. As Mal said, the universe is freaking huge. It's really big. Do you know how big the universe is? It's really big. It's really, really big. It's really big.
We don't even know how big it is.
We don't even know. That's how big it is. It's so big. Jesus, it's big. I just want to really get this point across to you. It's really, really big. Sorry. I mean, as you understand, we have a star, we have the sun, and then we have multiple planets around it. There's multiple stars around us, and there's billions of stars in the galaxy, and that's like one galaxy of like billions of galaxies that make up the universe. Like it is, in my opinion, it is insane to think that we are the only life in the universe. That's crazy.
First off, we're carbon-based life forms. Carbon is like the most abundant thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
like, how could somewhere not?
I mean, to be fair, there could very easily be life that's formed out of other materials and
Yes.
stuff elsewhere, but like the very idea that we would be the only life forms in the entire universe is like, to me, that sounds insane because of how big the universe is. It's gigantic. So do I believe aliens exist? Aliens being in relation to life other than us that lives elsewhere in the galaxy or the universe, whatever? Yes, absolutely. Do I believe they've ever been here? No. And I believe that if they knew we were here, they'd be like, man, that place, that's not worth visiting. There's no reason to go down there. Maybe there's a lot of aliens in the past our planet and been like, what's going on down there? And they're like, oh, let me check it out. They go onto the alien Wikipedia and they're like reading about Earth and like, oh my god, this place is a pit. They got this thing called MTV. Jesus Christ, blurred lines, and then they just drive off. That's really
Aliens pulling up YouTube blurred lines.
that's what I think is going on up there. As far as like cryptids, I guess I'm shoveling another answer in there, but I don't know. I mean, is it plausible that there's some kind of weird missing link guy living out in the woods? Maybe, but it's doubtful. I mean, do I think that Bigfoot is out there? Not really. I mean, I guess it's plausible, but no, probably not. I mean, it's just, how would they have lived? Like, they would have had to have mated, because people have been seeing Bigfoot for like ever. I think Bigfoot would be dead. Like, and why is there only one? Is there a tribe? If there's a tribe of them, why haven't we found them? Just saying. Anyway, I'm done. I hope you had fun with this Q&A. The end was a blast of me getting really close to the camera. Thank you guys for watching. The next Q&A might come on time, might be a little late, but it won't be as late as this one and the last one, so that's good. Leave your questions below, and we will answer them at the end of the September, when the September vlogs end, the October Q&A will arrive. It's the easiest way to figure it out. Thank you for watching, and as always, let's meet back next time, shall we?